Here we go again. So Disney doubles down on wokeness with gender-swapped Holes TV show. I'm sorry, was the movie or the book or what not good enough? I mean, there was Kissin' Kate, who was a strong female. There was the Warden, who was a strong female. There was Madame Zaroni, who was a strong female. There was plenty of diversity. What's the problem here, Disney? So, Holes. Sigourney Weaver plays the Warden, constantly putting the men in their place. I mean, you remember the scene with the snake venom, and she, scratches Mr. Sir's face. Yeah, she wasn't a weak individual. She was strong, powerful woman. I mean, because it's freaking Sigourney Weaver. Come on, come on. You got Zero. I think he was like what, black, Puerto Rican, or black and mix. He was a mix. He was mixed with something. Um, Obviously, definitely not white. We have two more black actors right here. You have Miguel Castro. Um, you got freaking Henry Winkler. Like what? Uh, Madame Zaroni. You have her. You had obviously Zero's mom, and obviously his mom was black, so that means he's also part black. Um, you have Gus. Come on, son. Um, you have freaking Beast Boy for some reason. I don't know what he did in the movie. Yes, this is the voice of Beast Boy, like from Teen Titans. Like, what would he possibly? It says various voice uncredited. What? Uh, you know what? But yeah, really good cast, really good story. Probably one of the best stories when I was, when we were younger. Shia LaBeouf. Well, in the movie, but the story itself, the book. Um, but yeah, you had Kissin' Kate. Where there's Patricia Arquette, Kissin' Kate. So what's the reason to add uh more girl power? The Walt Disney Company is not backing away from pushing wokeness and feminism, as it was recently announced the company is developing a gender-swapped Holes TV show. But yeah, I mean, why? It was already diverse, and it was already girl power. Again, Kissin' Kate and the Warden. If that doesn't say strong female presence, I don't know what does. Variety reported that the show, which is being written and executive produced by Alina Mankin and showrun and executive produced by Liz Fang, will see a teenage girl sent to a detention camp where the ruthless warden. Let me guess. Are they going to be gender swapping the warden because evil white man? For mysterious purpose. Mankin's writing credits also called Lodge include a show called Lodge 49 and Anne with the E, as well as 2 episodes of the Mindy Project. Fang previously produced The Strain, The Haunting of Hill House, Lock and Key, which I really liked. I mean, I said there was obviously some, political messages and clear messaging there, but overall, I liked the show. It was really good. Really interesting concept. Um, and if you don't believe me, look at my channel. Just Lock and Key. I think you can search for it. Just put Lock and Key. I've did my own little review of it. I really liked it. So, I think Dodge was probably one of the coolest characters. So, even though technically she wasn't really was really a demon, but that's just the kind of form she chose to go in. but she was a really cool character. The actress was really, really good with the whole menacing part of it. Um, alongside Mankin and Fang, Drew Goddard and Goddard of Goddard Textiles will executive produce, as well as Sarah Esberg. Goddard told Variety, "My mom's been a school teacher for her whole life, and as such, she served as a de facto book scout for Goddard Textiles. She always knows that the kids knows what the kids are into before everyone else does. Holes was one of the first books suggested to me. This was back in the late 90s. Yeah, I mean, I think it was like what 2001 or so when I read it. So it was. I mean, it's a good book, and the movie is really really fun. I mean, I love the movie. Not to mention it being a psycho, and seeing Gus. I could fix that. I'm Dule Hill. I mean, he's great. Stop messing with me, Sean. Gus, stop being a crumbling chocolate chip cookie. It's a company car, Sean. I'm Detective Sean Spencer, and this is my associate, Daniel Holstein. This is my partner, Robert Jones, but you can call him Bob. This is probably one of my favorite ones. It just came out of nowhere. Just like, yeah, his name, it's my partner, Robert Jones, but you can call him Bob. I'm like, what the hell is that? This is my partner, Blue Ivy Carter. Wah, no pictures. This is my partner, trending on Twitter. Hashtag what would Gus do? I'm sorry, I love Psych. I really do. One of the greatest shows of this century. It was such a great show, and if you haven't watched it, give it a watch. It's really really good. It's really good. Um, the original novel was published back in 1998. The original description of the book states Stanley Yelnats is under a curse. Madame Zaroni. A curse that began with his no good, dirty, rotten, pig stealing great great grandfather. Oh god. And has since followed generations of Yelnatses. Now Stanley has been unjustly sent to a boys' attention center, Camp Green Lake, where the boys build character by spending all day, every day, digging holes exactly 5 feet wide and 5 feet deep. There's no lake at Camp Green Lake, but there are an awful lot of holes. But there was a lake at one point. It doesn't take long for Stanley to realize that there's no more than character improvement going on at Camp Green Lake. The boys are digging holes because the Warren is looking for something. But what could be buried under a dried up lake? Stanley tries to dig up the truth in this inventive and darkly humorous tale of crime and punishment and redemption. The book was originally adapted into a film. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that was what pretty much what started Shia LaBeouf's career. And it was good. I mean, he was good. Like Shia LaBeouf is a great actor. But, on the outside, he's just do it. But yeah, great movie. Again, like the Warden, Sigourney Weaver, watching the whole stuff with Kiss and Kate and stuff like that. And you have like freaking Stanley's grandpa or whatever, with his little own inventions and stuff, and how he can never get anything to work. And then there's the thing with Zero, and you can't read, and Stanley helps him read, and and then you see him kind of reunite with his mom at the end. It was just good. It was just a good story. Starring, Shia LaBeouf, Sigourney Weaver, and a bunch of. Come on, son. The film grossed 71.2 million worldwide. with 67.3 million coming from the domestic box office. It had an estimated budget of 20. Wow, that's really. I mean, it wasn't. There was no like real special effects. It was just like in a desert. You don't really need. I mean, I think the lizards. You know the. I think there was like the only thing that were actually like CGI, but they weren't really shown. I mean, they had it like in the flashback with Kissing Kate, you know, when she kind of lets one of them bite her, and then when Stanley and Zero are in the hole and they're kind of, you know, sitting all over them. But other than that, I mean, they're really not really need of a high budget. It was in a desert. Um, so, but 20 million, that's so 20 million. Well, 20 million plus this was 2000, 2003. So 20 million. So like nowadays marketing it's like between like 100 to like 300 million for marketing. I would say maybe another 10 million or so for marketing back then. So 71, yeah, that's really good. That's really good. But the fact that they feel the need to take a movie or a book that already had girl power and diversity, like, oh, we're just gonna gender swap. So I'm like the whole thing with Stanley, it's the whole name with the curse and the backwards name, and so what are they gonna change it to now? They basically got to rewrite the whole thing. So if it's a girl, the whole it's like with Stanley, his name is Stanley Yelnats, which is just his last name is just his first name backwards, and it's part of the story. So what are they gonna do with a female? You can't have a female named Stanley. Do they understand how just pointless gender swapping is just completely ridiculous, especially in this kind of case? You had female power, you had girl power, you had the strong female presence, you had diversity. What more do these people want? What more do they want? Again, how's it going to work character wise? Because the name and every like the whole character, you know, it's entwined with the backstory. So if you gender swap them, they're not going to be named Stanley anymore. You know what? Whatever. 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 It doesn't really matter anymore. Welcome to modern day. Welcome to modern day. So whatever. Let them do it. Let them do it. Whatever. Whatever. I'm sure it'll work out well in them for will work out well for them in the end. I'm sure it'll be a great show and everyone's gonna love it. So whatever. Let them gender swap. Let them race swap. Let them species swap. I'm sure it'll be fine, right? I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.